Hello, everybody. This is HQ again. You see the title of the thumbnail. I married a monster and me, a high value man. This story has been hitting the YouTube streets and waves so much about this young lady who just wanted to come up, right? We have to start there, right? Hey, we have to start there. She wanted to come up. And a lot of people want to come up. That don't make us bad people. That just means we're misguided in our direction and thought patterns in life, right? Because there's levels to this shit, right? And she just happened to be one of those women who wanted a leg up. She wanted to come up. And I'm not going to make her feel bad because she wanted to come up. Of course she didn't anticipate whatever went on. Of course not. Nobody anticipates that kind of thing, right? And I could say that there were markers, there were signs that maybe this was not all it was cracked up to be. If we're to believe what she said, right? If we're to believe what she said. In the beginning of her marriage, there were problems. If we're to believe her, right? She said, what'd she say? She said this.
I think shortly after we got married, and this is something that I haven't talked about, I started noticing like certain things changed with him. And I just started to see a few things that I didn't like. But I honestly thought that some of these were things that I could get past. It's like sad to even say like I could get past some of these things.
She said there was things that happened in the beginning of that relationship. Things that happened in the beginning of the relationship. But as we can see through some of her comments in this video, she was essayed 4 times. According to her, 4 times in that relationship before she even had children. How many of us would stay in a relationship and we've been essayed early in that relationship and we have an out? Early in her marriage, because apparently she didn't know this man long. She only knew this man for 6 months before she got married. And 6 months is not long enough for you to know anybody, let alone somebody you're going to marry. But she married him within 6 months. She had 2 sons. 2 young sons, right? But she married him. And she had this traumatic behavior in the beginning of their marriage. But why did she stay? Why did she stay? If it was so traumatic, why did she stay? And I'm not saying it wasn't traumatic. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, if you had enough wherewithal to know that you were being essayed, and it happened once, then it happened another time, then it happened another time, then it happened another time, why did you stay? And I posit that she really didn't have feelings for this man, but he wasn't ugly. He wasn't horrifically ugly, but you took this man as your husband. And I can't say why you did it. I can only surmise. Sure, money. I mean, there's so many red flags, not necessarily to him. The red flag seems to be on her side. Who marries somebody within 6 months of meeting them? Who goes on the internet, finds a person who marries men for money and follows their playbook to do the same thing? That's not a mentally stable person. Unless she's very calculating. Is she calculating? Because this young lady said between her husband and another man, she got involved with the other man first. And she was living with the other man. But since the other man didn't show affection to her children, she decided she was going to be up and out of there. She didn't say anything about what he was, what he wasn't. She was so quick to do that I'm finna move in with a man and marry a man for money thing. She was just taking anybody that came along, and her husband came along. And he had money. That's her fault right there. That's her fault. Because she's doing too much. She's doing too much. Between her and that mindset, that gold dinging mindset, she kind of played herself, right? So let me move on here. So we get to that. I don't like that whole she telling the story of her child. So this part.
And immediately, my first thought was, did someone touch her? Oh, God. Gosh. So I asked her, I said, baby, did somebody touch you? And she ended up saying it was Daddy.
That's fucked up. Even if partially of that is true, that's fucked up. And we can't blame her for that. We can blame her for putting herself in that situation deliberately, because there were markers. She only met him and married him within 6 months. She said, "Oh, I did a background check." You did a background check. She saw a sucker and she decided she was going to take him as her husband. She didn't see any markers. She didn't see anything all that time. Yet and still, 5 minutes into the marriage, this dude SAing her 4 times. How is it 5 minutes into the marriage, this man is SAing her? How does that happen and you have no signs whatsoever? You mean to tell me that man fooled you for 6 months straight, married you 6 months straight? I say both of y'all mentally unstable. Because he knew that you married him for his money. He knew that. Unless he a goofy. This hot young thing married you within 6 months. You almost 50 or you are 50. You a goofy if you think she wasn't over there for money. So you pulled this all onto yourself too. You pulled this all onto yourself as well as her. Both of y'all pulled this onto each other. Two people with agendas, bullshit agendas, falling into the trap. Now, how you have so many kids right in a row? 2, 4, bam, right in a row. Like she got a 2-year-old, she had a 2-year-old, 4-year-old, and she just had another baby. So 4, 2, boom. You just getting pregnant. But how did you get pregnant and you were getting SA'd? How does one stay when you get SA'd like that? Aren't you careful? Aren't you careful about what you did? Aren't you careful about who you marry? But this right here hit me again. Hold on. I don't know how to transition this stuff, y'all. Okay. I don't know how to transition some of this stuff. Okay. Listen to the sister.
Be real. Just want to let y'all know, for the crusties and the dusties, please be mindful of what you put out here on the internet, because you could be getting a lawsuit coming to your doorstep for you putting out accusations of stuff that you have no idea about. Mm-hmm. Everything that I'm telling you right now on this computer screen or on this platform, I'm letting you know that this is the truth. This woman, it's no records that that little girl has been touched by my uncle. No records. But it is a record that she had a diaper rash. It is a record that she has child abuse charges against her. It is record that her son has sent my uncle threatening messages. It is a record that she's not telling the whole truth on this platform, what she said in the courtroom. The courtroom that she had my nieces sitting in looking at the wall the whole entire time so that they wouldn't get emotional looking at my uncle because they love their daddy. And now he has to suffer without seeing his kids because of the fact that this woman wants to lie and slander his name because she did not get what she wanted in the divorce. The divorce that she did not put out there, by the way. Because me personally, if anybody had did anything to my kid, oh, baby, I'm going down there first thing and divorcing this person. I'm not about to sit over there and wait. If anybody rapes me or takes my goods without me and my knowledge or without me saying yes, oh, baby, I'm not about to stay married to somebody like that. That's crazy. But for you to sit over there and say that he's done all these terrible things to you, and yet it took him to divorce you and not you to divorce him.
He divorcing her. Why is it that he divorcing her? Why you ain't down there? Why you ain't down there getting your bread? Why you ain't down there getting the money? I'd be down at the court office talking about I want blah blah, but I want child support. I want this, that, and the other. Da, 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 da. How is it that he divorcing you? Why is he divorcing you? because she ain't have no intention of leaving because it's the money. And this young lady, her niece by marriage, said this ISIS person has hooked up with her ex-boyfriend to try to blackmail this man into or threaten this man or this husband into giving up money or provision. How is it that he divorcing you? All day a lawyer would take that case because the lawyer know he gonna get paid by this rich man who done diddled with the babies. And you went down there and you filed. Why didn't you file the? Wait, hold up. You over there a student of that sprinkle lady? You over there a student of the sprinkle lady. Yet and still, you don't know how to go down there and get your divorce first? Get your ducks lined up in a row after this go left? You got baby, you pop baby after baby after baby. Why you got caught slipping? How you got caught slipping and he the one who divorcing you? Because I'm going to say, you on some fuckery. All right. I put the phone up. Okay. You on the fuckery. Because we can't believe you. Who in their right mind? He's divorcing her. She don't have no other paperwork that say he did anything to the children. The only thing she got is something where she walked into the building, into the courthouse and said, I want to file a restraining order against my husband because of why? So the clerk typed up them paperwork. The clerk typed up the paperwork saying she wants a restraining order against her husband. And on that paperwork, on that restraining order, it says this person cannot come within feet, blah, 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 or cannot come within blah, blah, blah of these kids. And anybody can go down there and file a restraining order. But you have to give reasons for why you're doing it. I don't see no police reports. I don't see nothing. She ain't pulled up nothing to solidify her side of the case. All we hear is what she's saying. I'm not saying she's lying. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is there's not enough evidence for us to plainly say this man did this to these children. Then the niece said, your son did this. Now, from my understanding, she wiped all her videos clean, y'all. All her videos are clean. So ain't no more videos on the internet except the one that's the 2.1 million things that 1 million views. 2.1 million views. That's the only video that's on. She wiped all the other videos clean. And she did start a GoFundMe. You can go over to her channel right now. It's ISIS, ISIS. There ain't no videos over there because I tried to find the videos. She ain't got no videos over there to help support anything. I couldn't figure out the kids' ages. I couldn't figure out none of that because I had not been following her. I don't follow that kind of bullshit, right? But when I decided to do the story, I was like, wait a minute, hold up. The niece came out and said, your son did it. Your son. And we can't dispute what the niece said. We can't corroborate what the niece said, but we can't ignore it. Because the niece said, you ain't telling us that you finna get a divorce, that he divorcing you. You didn't say nothing about none of that. All of this finding of a child being essayed happened in September. around the 20th, 25th. All that happened around then. That she had to book it out of there. That she had to go. Okay, fine and dandy. Why didn't, as soon as you got the report from the doctor saying she been SA'd, why didn't you hightail it to the police, to the police station and say, I want the marital house. I want a restraining order against him. I want him to get out of the house. I got 5 kids. And you think that court wouldn't have, they would have thrown his ass out of that house. But you left. You didn't stay there. Who advising you? Shira 7 is your girl. Why didn't you say anything? Why didn't you say something to Shira Sprinkle? Why didn't you read some of her chats and find out what you're supposed to do next if things went left? She didn't say nothing about, well, I'm finna leave. She just up and bounced. Didn't have no money. How you been married to this man 5 years or however long you been? I'm assuming you weren't pregnant before you got married. So you had 5 kids. So that's like 5-6 years, right? Okay. 5-6 years you've been married to this man. Where's the money? Where's your money? Where's your credit cards? Where's all that? If you married this man for money and you said you was marrying this man for money, why didn't you have no backup plan? Why wasn't there a backup plan? It makes me think you're a goofy and there's something mentally wrong with you. How is it that a trophy wife don't got no damn money to set herself up if things go left? I'm gonna have my shit in a row. If I'm a trophy wife, the trophy wife got to get an allowance every month, at least $2-3 grand a month, or however much a trophy wife's supposed to get. She said trophy wife. So trophy wife mean you putting money in my bank account where I ain't got to go to you and ask for no money. So therefore, I should have had buku a couple stacks in the bank before we even got started with anything. He should have been buying you jewelry. Y'all should have more than 2 or 3 houses if he got this kind of money. You should have money in the bank. You should have credit cards up the wazoo. You shouldn't be needing no GoFundMe money. You shouldn't even be on here talking about no GoFund money. How you need money and you married to a high value man? Because you either got to be real goofy or you just telling a lie somehow, some way. And I can't prove that you're telling a lie, but I know some of your shit ain't right. Which one of them touched the baby? Was it the son, according to the niece, or was it your husband? You can go down to the courthouse and say whatever you want to say. And they will put it on a piece of paper and then get that restraining order out. Why didn't you get that restraining order? Why would you drag all 5 of your children out of that marital home? Why didn't you drag him out of the marital home and make him have a restraining order against him, and he couldn't come in the house, and you wouldn't be upsetting your children? That's me, Hall Equity. That's me. So something ain't right with this story. Okay, and I'll tell you this. Why is it that he divorcing you? This is the question I got. Why is he divorcing you? If you was all that in a bag of chips, why is he divorcing you? 3 kids in. Did he just start the divorce proceedings because you accused him of SA? Is any of this true that your son may have had a hand in any of this? How is it that a boy is threatening a man? According to that niece, that son has been threatening the husband. Why is he threatening the husband if he the one who did it? If the son, that's another thing. The niece, I don't understand. If the son was doing all this essay, why he ain't over in the corner shutting the fuck up? Why he over here threatening folks? How is the son threatening folks and you and the niece said he the one who did the essay? That don't make no sense. You on some bullshit, girl, Isis. You married this man. No, the niece in the new video, the niece said it was the son who essayed the daughter. I mean, yes, essayed the daughter. And this Isis is trying to cover it up. I'll tell you my story. I'll tell you what I think. I think she married the man for money. I think she been on some bullshit. She had 3 babies right in a row. Boom, 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 boom. She had 3 of them. That's all I need to do is have some babies. And he gonna take care of me for the rest of my life. He's older than her. So she got her a what is it? A pool boy in the corner. That ex-boyfriend in the corner. The niece said the ex-boyfriend was in the picture. Why is the ex-boyfriend in the picture? How does the niece know about an ex-boyfriend? Huh? Unless he been around somewhere somehow. Why is he divorcing you? He divorcing you because he found out that your ass is on some bullshit and your ass is trying to take him to the cleaners. So he shut down all the money. He shut down, kicked your ass out the house. He found out that he knew, first off, he knew you married him for his money. That's why you was having the bullshit go on at the beginning of your relationship, beginning of your marriage. But hey, let me get 2-3 babies out of her. She look good. She a beautiful woman. I can have some beautiful kids. Let me get kids out of her. I know she don't love me. I know she really didn't want me. But I'm going to knock her ass up every chance I get. I'm going to throw her in the bed. I'm going to use her till I can't use her no more. So that's why he's divorcing you. Because he sees the bullshit you on and you got a new dude in the corner. Why you as a trophy wife ain't got no money? That's the other thing. Motherfucker sending her money. She a trophy wife. She got access to all this money, these credit cards. Come on, y'all. Why she need a GoFundMe? The only way she need a GoFundMe is that he cut her off. Why would he cut her off? Because she did something. It wasn't that he did nothing. She did something. She got 5 kids. She had 2 before he met her, and then she had 3 right in a row. Boom, boom, boom. She got pregnant 3 years in a row. Bam. So they got to be married like 4 or 5 years, right? But he found out she was on some niggatry. He found out she really wasn't wanting to be the wife that she said she wanted to be. This is why he divorcing her. Ain't no way she need no GoFundMe page. Ain't no way. And she's a real trophy wife. You've been married 4 or 5 years and you ain't put no money away? I know I'm not attracted to, I know you're not the one that I want. You're not the man that I want, but I'm willing to live with you. But just in case shit go left, I got an exit strategy. Why you didn't have no exit strategy according to you? You either lying or you goofy. And you got people out here believing that you ain't got no dollar to your name. How is it that you ain't got a dollar to your name, but you a trophy wife? Every trophy wife. If you got enough sense to get over there and be married, you got enough sense to be over there and get married, marrying somebody for money, you should have enough motherfucking sense in order to put money away. So if things go left, you straight. He caught you slipping because you over there going out the back house, out the back door, dealing with your ex-boy, according to your niece. Shit ain't correct. And check this out. She cleaned her whole page, y'all. Go over there and look at it right now. The only video you see was the doggone ISIS. The 2.1 million one. The video that says she married a monster. That's the only one that's over there. Everything else she wiped clean. Why did you wipe all of that clean? Why did you do that? Maybe your husband maybe your husband never seen those videos until he saw them videos. So once he saw them videos and he said, oh shit, she was on some other shit. So she was hiding her video. So that's what time it is with that lady. I'm not saying anything. I'm not even addressing the fact that you got to be mentally unstable from the jump to think that somebody ain't going to recognize that you married them for money. I ain't even going to address the fact that it takes somebody with moral problems to go over and marry somebody for their money. I ain't even going to address that. You understand your shortcomings as a woman. Sprinkle lady, her husband left her. But he was on that simp shit too. But he left her. He finally left her, the sprinkle lady husband. So that shit don't work forever. Once they get the real deal of your personality. And maybe your husband got the real deal of your personality. Because only an entitled female would think she could walk over there and get married to somebody for their money and he wouldn't know it. She had 3 babies in a row, y'all. 3 babies in a row. Boom, boom, boom. So he was like, damn, every time I touch her, she get pregnant. Every time I stick a dick in her, she get pregnant. And then she turned around and say, I did this. I don't see no police records of him doing nothing like that. I see a restraining order. That's all I see. So therefore, we gonna let it play itself out. All I'm saying is I think you played yourself. I think you played you played yourself. You had all these babies in a row so you could secure your money. You was too dumb to secure your money because you should have been putting away $5,000 a month. You should have been doing all of that. And now you're trying to get people to give you the GoFundMe page. Last time I looked, it was like $7-8 grand. Now you trying to get people to give you money on the GoFundMe. Nobody should be giving you money. You're a trophy wife. By default, you shouldn't need no money. Why you need money? Because that motherfucker cut you off. You think he didn't know? He knew. That's why this shit don't make sense. He cut you off from the money. He caught you slipping. That's wild. And now you out there. Maybe you do need a GoFundMe page, but you put yourself in this predicament. We're not addressing the essay question because we don't know whether that's true or that's not true. We just got your word on it. And then your niece coming out here saying that's not true. So you're full of some shit. We don't know what, but you're full of some shit. So I don't believe you. I don't believe you until you come up with some more proof. Until the police arrest that man, for that, we can't believe you. We can only go by your word. And according to your niece, you're a liar. So that's as far as I'm going to go. I don't know whether it happened or it didn't happen. I'm not blaming you or nothing else. I'm saying you were goofy because you went over there and you decided you was going to marry a man for money. And then you got played because now you ain't got no money. You over here talking about OnlyFans page. You over here talking about a GoFundMe page and you ain't got no money. And how you ain't got no money? You ain't no high value woman. Because if you ain't got no money, you a goofy. You went over there for nothing and got knocked up 3 times. And now you ain't got no money. You a single mother 5 times over being a goofy. Because you didn't put no money away. That and that alone should disqualify you. That and that alone should disqualify you. Because you a goofy. And then we turn to this Mr. What's his name? Hold on, y'all. Let's talk about Mr. What do he call himself? High value. Listen to him.
So that means 72% of custody battles with fathers, they don't win, which means that I am an exception to the rule. Also, so he called in and he was that same exception, and he asked me some questions and he wanted advice, and he was like, yo, I'm talking to this girl and she has 3 kids, and we only been talking for 6 months, and she want me to get her body done. She got like some loose skin. I'm thinking about spending some money to get her body done. I was like, dang, bro, that's a lot of baggage. Like, she got 3 and, you know, how many baby daddies, and, you know, and she wants you to like pay some bread to get her body done. That's kind of crazy, bro. Like, you could go back out in the dating market and get a girl with 1 kid or get a girl with no kids. And we went through everything. When I spoke to him, like, yo, man, and you can increase your value to have more options and stuff like that. He was like, nah, man, I got options. I'm like, well, then the other thing is you need to know your value. Like, you need to understand your value and put yourself in a better position in the dating market where you can attract more women. Now we got to speak about myself, right? So let's go to it. So I met like I just said, when I was 25 years old, we met. I had a kid, full custody. And when you are a single father, it's much different. Like, in this space, we speak about, you know, the manosphere, like / red pill type conversations. We always speak about mitigating risk, like coming from a mitigating risk standpoint, like, okay, stuff like that. So it's more from like a selfish standpoint when we're speaking. But when you're a father, you have to be selfless because I had a daughter that I can't be selfish. So I can't be like, man, let me get, you know, the chick with 000 baggage. I'm just looking at those things and all of this, but I'm not really worried about the values and all of that. But when you are a father, you got to be selfless. You got to think about, well, I got to find a woman that embodies some good moral characteristic traits like I do. I got to find a woman that comes from a 2-parent household. I got to find a woman that's like the exception to the rule. Because I'll tell you, when you're a single father, women that don't have kids don't necessarily understand the obligations that come with having kids.
Now, I understand him perfectly. I understand this man perfectly. He found this woman. She had kids. He had kids. She was attractive. He was attractive. I had to find somebody that could take care of my daughter. So in exchange for me taking care of her sons, she can take care of my daughter. So that's the way I looked at it. So therefore, we had something in common. We had children in common. So therefore, let's do the damn thing. He got with her because he was attracted to her and she had children. And she just so happened to be a good person. Right? So he got with her. Ain't nothing wrong with that. He was a single father. And a lot of single fathers need to be thinking that same way. What woman could help me take care of my child if I'm not around. That's what he was thinking. And I applaud him for that. And he's fine. All of that is fine. But this man was living a double life on the internet. What he said was, let me come over to this sector and make this money, because he's over in the white sector with almost 2 million subscribers, right? Why wasn't he over in the white sector promoting his channel over here in the black sector? He wasn't over here. He wasn't over here promoting his black channel over there on the white, on his TikTok or whatever the fuck that is. He wasn't over there promoting this manosphere stuff, because he kept them separate, because he knew the audiences were different. TikTok audience is not the same as a YouTube audience. He knew as soon as he kept going and nobody called his ass out, as he was doing the red pill thing, I got this shit. Ain't nobody gonna find out shit. Ain't nobody gonna worry about that. I've been telling people, I've been dropping hints all along that I got a girl. I've been dropping hints that she white. I've been dropping hints that this, that, and the third. He tell you, oh, I told people I was in a relationship. I did. But what you didn't tell people was that she was a single mother of 2 kids by a white dude. And you were taking care of 2 kids that weren't your own. You were over here in the black sector, because the manosphere, there's a black manosphere and then there's a white manosphere, right? You were over in the black manosphere saying to the black men over here, don't wife up no single mom. Don't wife her up. Don't wife her up. You don't wipe up no single mothers. What he didn't say was, in the black sector, don't wife up no black single mothers. That's what you say. I ain't wifing up no black single mothers. That's what you said by not saying anything. Because you was over there in the white sector, that TikTok bullshit. I don't even know what that is. You were over in that TikTok thing. You ain't said nothing over there on that TikTok thing about your black sector over here, your manosphere sector. You ain't over there on TikTok promoting your manosphere channel. Was you over here on the manosphere channel promoting your TikTok, your what is that weird TikTok, that interracial couple TikTok? You wasn't over here on the manosphere saying, you didn't say nothing to none of your people. Hey, y'all, come over here and see my TikTok with my white girlfriend or my white single baby mama. You didn't say that. You didn't mix none of them. So therefore you lied by omission. You over on the black sector telling the black men, mostly men, probably your people, oh, don't you marry no single mama. Don't you marry no. And he was careful. He was careful not to say black single mother, but the overabundance of people on your channel is black. So therefore they took it as them. You weren't over there on your TikTok talking about your manosphere people. And you wasn't over here on your manosphere channel talking about, I got a white baby mama over here. You wasn't saying that. So therefore you lied. The door keeps squeaking, please. I'm on live. So the whole point is he lied. The whole thing, he lied. He wanted to keep his manosphere channel. He was building up that manosphere channel. So therefore, y'all believed him. People over there now, he still got 282 subscribers, 1,000 subscribers. Why is it that he ain't lost all them subscribers, at least half? But you know he lying. Don't believe bullshit. Y'all believe in bullshit. Because he knew he was hiding it. He know damn well. But y'all didn't care to investigate. They didn't care to investigate. You believe stuff when people come on with it. There ain't no he don't believe what he's saying. He don't believe it. He's just saying it because you goofies believe it. Because y'all believe it. You tell me one person that has worked for. You tell me one person that this red pill stuff absolutely, positively works for them and their relationship. They ain't not a one. I ain't seen not a one. Because you ain't seen that wife and that husband, that woman or that man on camera together and he talking crazy like he been talking crazy to y'all on here. Not one. Bring me one where it works. And everything that they talking about will be shot in her. Every time we hear a man talk about don't marry a single mama, he end up being involved with a single mama. Or got something to do with a single mama or made a single mama. Stop believing that shit. I'm not saying go over there and marry a single mama. That's not what I'm saying. That's not what I'm saying. I'm not encouraging a single mother or single father to go and marry a baby mama. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is what he did. He was a single father and he knew he had to find a woman to help him take care of that child or be a mother to his child. She needed a man to help her take care of her child. And they got together. And that's how life works. If you know you got kids and you know she has kids, you shouldn't even be looking at her funny. Most people have kids. And it sounds good. The bumper sticker sounds good as hell. But this man right here just shows you even a high value man ain't even immune to no single mama. If she look good enough, I'ma take her. 2 kids, 3 kids, whatever the fuck. He said, I'm the exception. No, you're not. You ain't no exception. She ain't no exception. Y'all just like every other damn couple on this damn planet who get together with a need. You need to work together. You saw the need to work with her. She saw the need to work with you. You just happen to be 2 single adults who had 2 kids, who had kids outside of marriage. Now, why he ain't marrying that woman? And y'all been together 10 years and you done gave her 2, 3 babies? Why you ain't married her and make that shit? I would have more respect for you if you put a ring on it and said, shit, I'm finna roll with this. Let's start another channel, baby. We finna start a channel, me and you. We finna show the world that a black and white couple can make it, that mixed couples can make it, that white kids, black kid, mixed kids, a family can make it. Shit, we finna show the world. That's what he doing over there in that TikTok. Why the hell ain't he over here? He over here making money. He would make even more money over here doing that. But what you can't do is bring your ass over here on the black side of town and say, don't marry no single black women. Don't marry no single women. And you over here putting the wood to this white girl and she's single mama, single baby mama. You came over here to tell the black men that they shouldn't marry a black single mother. I'm not saying marry a single mother. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is circumstances present themselves where that's the logical option sometimes. That's what he didn't say. It was a logical option for him. I am a person that had 2 children before I got married. 2 children by the same man. He didn't want to marry me. So I pulled my shit together and I found my husband. Now, not nail one time, and my husband had a child. So my husband had a child, one child, just like Cooley and his wife or his woman. I had 2, he had 1. And we practically got together. And we were married for 30 odd years. So Cooley, he understands that it works. He understands that that can work. But why you hide it, bruh? Now it make you seem like now it make your credibility shot. Now it seems as though you're a liar. And so the whole point was he didn't want you to marry a single black mother. His woman ain't no different from any other woman. His woman ain't no different from any other woman. Not every woman has trauma because she has children. His woman and me, there's got to be plenty of women out there like us who know how to act when we get into a relationship. Just because we've been in a relationship and had 2 children don't mean we don't know how to act. What he said was single mothers come from trauma. No, we don't. Not all of us come from trauma. So my whole point is he's a goofy. He turned up his credibility. His credibility is shot. So anybody want to call in, anybody want to talk, express yourself. I got the phone line open, or we can get on the panel. You want to get on the panel, we can get on the panel. Okay, I do that. You don't have to be on camera because I don't care about that, right? But it's clowns. Yes, it's clown show tonight. We got clowns on this damn internet all the damn time. Okay. This is goofy shit. You should not be taking these kind of L's. Neither she, ISIS. You crazy. You know what I'm talking about. You shouldn't be on this. It's self-inflicted wounds. These 2 inflicted wounds upon themselves. Ain't no way that girl should be on this damn internet talking about her kids being essayed. Ain't no way. She's trying to garner public support. That's what it is. He should never have had this kind of wound. He should never have had his back turned and somebody stab him in the damn back. He should have got out in front of that. He should have been in front of that. Oh, I told people I had a woman. I told people da-da-da-da-da. No, you didn't. Because the longer you went on and nobody said anything to you, you felt more and more comfortable. No, ISIS, this baby mama monster, I married a monster female. She puts herself in these precarious situations. That's her problem. She puts herself in compromising positions. And so did he. So did he. But she should have known better because she has all of these children. He went for the straight up and honest single mama. I'm a single daddy. And he did that. He went at it straightforward, but he wasn't straightforward with his audience. Her, I don't know what that girl is doing. All I know is that girl put her kids' business on the internet. All I know is that she's hooking back up with her ex-boyfriend. All we know is she had 3-4 babies in a row. All we know is that she over there on an OnlyFans looking for money by doing the GoFundMe thing when she should be rolling in the dough. She shouldn't be missing a beat if she's a real trophy wife. My thing is, maybe he was holding her on a short leash. Yeah, CPS. My point exactly. She went and got a restraining order. She didn't call CPS. Why didn't you call CPS? She never thought nothing about it. That's why I say she's a goofy, or it's some kind of manipulation, or she flying by the seat of her pants. Why would you go over to her page? You can't find no videos. Why ain't there no videos of what you were talking about? Of you manipulating people into getting money from men? Why isn't there those videos back? Why ain't them videos still there? She said, because y'all don't believe me and y'all victim blaming. No, we're not victim blaming, honey. You just, your story is inconsistent. That's all somebody got to say is, I hurt the child and the rest of us going to throw money at you. Even though we shouldn't be throwing money at no damn trophy wife. Him, on the other hand, he scammed y'all. He scammed y'all because he doesn't believe what he's saying. He doesn't believe what he's saying. We got Jamal. Can you guys hear Jamal? Can you hear me, Jamal?
Hey, how's it going?
Hey, how you doing, huh? What you got to say for this subject?
What we talking about?
We were talking about the high value man who said he ain't no high value man, and I married a monster lady.
Damn, I'm a high value man.
You a high value man?
Hell yeah.
Why you say that?
Because I'm white. I'm high value. I love it. It's in my veins.
Okay. This is a troll.
Yeah. How you doing though, miss?
So
You all right?
Yeah. What you say on the subject? You heard about the high value man?
I honestly, I mean, I'm not, lady, I'm not gonna lie to you, miss. I had no idea what you've been going on about. I just got here. I just got here. But a high value man, I mean, I'm no capping though. I do see myself as a high value man. I do.
So
I
you don't have any idea about the subject. Is that it?
Yeah. Well, I mean, like, what's your opinion? What are your thoughts?
My opinion about what I just did all that. I just went over all of that. I'm asking you what you think. But here's the thing. So go back into the audience, listen to the chat, listen to everything, and then come back. See, I don't know how to screen people like that. I just take people how it is. But he wasn't on the phone. He was in the Marvin Beak. Can you hear me? Then you disappear. Call in someone and talk to me about these two stories. Call in and talk to me about this monster. I'm a female. I'm a monster. My husband is a monster. I think she got herself caught up. I think the husband figured it out. I think he figured out that she had somebody else. I think he figured out she was going to take him for his money, and he decided he was going to strike first. And she don't have no money in her pocket. How you don't have no money in your pocket and you a high value woman, but they've been married about 4 or 5 years. Tell me, who in the audience would not have stockpiled some money if you know you wasn't in love with this man, and you know this man got all this money? Who wouldn't have stockpiled their money? I got a phone call. Hold on. Keep calling.
From.
That's me.
To accept, press 1. To send a voicemail, press 2.
Hello.
Hey, HQ, how you doing?
Hi. What do you have on this subject?
Oh, it's a hot mess. That's what it is.
Can you all hear her? Put one in the chat. I'm sorry. Can you guys hear her?
Can you? I want to make sure they can hear me.
Okay.
They can hear me.
Y'all can hear? All right. Yes, they can hear you.
So, okay. So, HQ, this is what I was asking. If you seen the video, there's a video going around with this lady, and she was doing her commentary. You know how she would do her live?
Oh, they said speak up a little bit. Speak up a little bit.
Oh, okay. Let me turn it up. And you know how she would do her live, right? And you could hear her daughter in the background screaming. She was screaming at the top of her lungs, saying no. You know, you could hear. I mean, and so she even addressed it. She said, "Y'all, you know, I know it's a lot of noise going on." She said, "But that's just my daughter. She's upstairs with her dad."
Wait a minute. Is that the video she still got up?
I don't know if she still have that video up, but somebody
no, she scraped all her video. She scraped all them
somebody
videos.
Got the video.
Right.
Someone had got the video before she took it down.
Okay.
And I screen recorded it. I screen recorded the video because I couldn't believe it. You know, I just wanted to kind of make sure, okay, I don't know how AI or anything like that could have done that, because you could hear that girl
screaming in the background.
Like screaming no.
See, before I could get to the videos, I couldn't get to no videos. She was erasing them before, scrubbing everything. But why do you think she scrubbed everything?
Because she knew that there was going to be something, she knew people were going to go through and pick things apart out of those videos, whether it's her rhetoric, her content, or something like what somebody found. That girl, she knew. So she that's why she did it.
And you know, she started scrubbing them after the niece started talking.
Came out.
Because yesterday, when I went over to her channel, I started to listen to some of those videos, right? They were there, but now they're not there. So it came in, she started scrubbing them after that niece came out and said what she said. Because some of the stuff the niece was saying actually sounded sane. Like, what the hell is going on with y'all? Y'all goofy and whatnot. She started from a bad premise. She married the man for money.
Yeah, she did. So I'm not, I didn't see the content, the niece. I didn't see that video. I would love to watch it. I don't know, even know where to find it.
Right.
But I'm not, giving this man a pass, because at the end of the day, it's all about those children.
Right.
And those kids are going to have to one day, people don't know who their mother is. You know what I mean? I know they're young right now, but all of this should not have been put on the internet, right?
Yes.
This is something that should have been handled privately. And yes, a restraining order and CPS.
She only has that restraining order. That's the only thing she has, is a restraining order. But you can walk into a court and say, this person is harassing me, and then you can get a restraining order. You can do that just off GP. She don't have to have no proof. She don't have no police report. Why isn't there a police report? Nobody came up with that. All these investigative people on the internet, and nobody's seen a police report.
Exactly. So HQ, this is my thing. HQ, I'm a nurse. Okay. So this is why I'm thinking in the way I'm thinking. If that man was, when kids are messed with like that, there is evidence, right? You have a 2-year-old and a 4-year-old. So the 2-year-old, I know you still changing her diapers, or you still helping her wipe. You're still helping her with her hot. The 4-year-old as well too.
Right.
You didn't think when you helped them wipe, was it? I mean, did they grimace? Did you see some swelling?
Right.
Was there any, anything, any signs of that? And to me, it's like, what if she needed to be more aware.
She made
okay?
it seem as though it just started, like it just started. You know what I'm saying? Because there should have been signs. There should have been signs. She wasn't red before. She wasn't flinching away from you when you touched her down there. She wasn't saying, I don't want to get near daddy. She wasn't doing none of that. So you see what I'm saying? That's why I have an issue. I'm not saying it didn't happen. We're not saying it didn't happen. We're saying, look.
Oh, I believe it. I believe it happened. I really believe it happened. I just believe the way she's handling it is
the wrong way.
It's not about the children.
Right.
It's the wrong way. And then when I watched that video, she was concerned about, I don't know what's going to happen with my channel. Like, who cares about this channel right now?
Right. She should never have gotten on that camera and said anything about this until she knew the truth, the complete truth about what was going on. And he was locked up if he was the one who did all of that. You should never have said anything to your people, your trophy people or whatever. You never should have said nothing until the case had been mitigated, until you had done all the things you needed to do to get him locked up and to secure you and those children. Now y'all out here and everybody got to fund your lifestyle. God only knows why they got to do that.
Well, if she's a trophy, I'm a wife.
Right.
I'm a wife. And I mean, the thing of it is where's her money at? Where's her money?
That's what I keep saying.
She has
You're a trophy
wife. She has 5 kids.
Right. Why don't you have no more money? Why didn't you have no money put away? If you didn't love this man, money was your first factor, right? It's your first, that's your motivating factor is your money, because you married him for his money. Then why wasn't you stockpiling no money? Why wouldn't you
put that money to the side?
Why didn't you have any credit cards enough to do what you got? Look, if somebody told me that HQ need to come and get me on the other side of the world, HQ got credit cards enough where I can go there, pick them up, rent a house and live there for a month and do what I got to do and come back on credit cards alone. So why she ain't got none of that? I don't understand. You're a trophy wife.
She has a YouTube channel.
Right.
And I know she probably was monetized, had to be.
Yeah.
Getting on there with that foolishness.
That's crazy.
And so where's that money? Was he taking it? I mean, so
yeah.
The deceit and the fact that he had SA'd her.
Right. At the beginning.
That man SA'd her, and then
so why didn't you leave at the beginning? If that happened, we can't even say that's the truth. You know what I'm saying? We can't say that's the truth.
That's right.
Because nobody know you didn't leave.
That's true. But let's say it's the truth, right? We don't take her word for it because she's the one putting all this out here.
Right.
But you're leading other women into a burning fire. Right. You're literally telling other women how to get a man just like the one she got that SA'd her.
I would be, if I was any of them women, I'd be like, oh, hell no, I'm not listening to you. And I ain't listening to the sprinkle lady after this tale that you gonna tell me that he gonna do, that he doing what he doing. Ain't no way in hell I'd be over there talking about, let's believe what you say and then do what you say. But I thank you for the call. We want to get another person in, but I thank
okay. You're okay. All righty.
I love that you called. Thank you. Thank you.
You're welcome. Bye-bye.
Somebody else give me another caller. Somebody was calling when she was talking. But why is it that she didn't leave on the first essay? The sprinkle lady is a business. A sprinkle lady is a business. Wrong or right? All of them are selling a product. She's selling a product, and some people are taking that product and making foolish mistakes.
From
Eugene.
To accept, press 1. To send a voicemail, press 2.
Hey, Eugene. How's it going?
Hey, I'm doing fine. What about you, HQ?
I'm good. I'm good this evening. How about you? What's going on?
Well, when I first heard about this ISIS person, I was, the first thing I was thinking, well, she, there's no question that she was in this marriage for that money.
Right.
There's no question about it.
She's a beautiful woman. We can't take nothing away from her. She's a beautiful woman. Okay.
Oh yeah, she's a beautiful woman. And what I was thinking at that moment is, sometimes some women will look at a man with money, right, but only see the money and didn't see the red flags at all. And that's why at first, I believed her about, the man being a monster.
Mm-hmm.
Now I didn't see the actual video itself. Somebody showed the video.
Right.
And I was thinking, wow. And she's one of these content creators, who instruct other women, which could be pretty dangerous to the listener.
Right.
Right. And she would have been a prime example of, focusing on the bag instead of focusing on the red flags.
Right.
Basically.
Right.
And I also, and just like the last caller, I did see a clip of that video where that same lady was doing her commentary.
Mm-hmm.
We heard her daughter screaming in the background.
Right.
And I
didn't catch that video.
Voice.
I didn't catch that video. I didn't know what video to go to because she had like 15, 20 of them, right? And then I didn't know which one to go to find that screaming child. And I was like, and by the time I figured it out, or by the time I heard about it, go to this place, she had scrubbed all the videos. So nobody can really tell what's going on. There's evidence in them videos. There's something in the video, right? There's something in the videos. We just don't know.
Right. Right. Well, I know the one person who showed it, so maybe y'all check her out.
Thank you for the super chat. Single by choice is $20. Thank you, Lee Turner. Thank you for the super sticker, and Jesse and me Bandit mascot APPA. Thank you for the $4.99 super sticker. Thank you very much. So you had seen that video, correct? You had seen the video,
the clip of it, yeah.
The clip of it, yeah. See, I went through that one, and I went through the niece. What do you think about the niece coming on and saying this girl is on some other ish?
Now, yes, and I just saw that clip today of the niece, and I was thinking, okay, the story's getting weird now, because now you got this niece coming up saying, the man didn't do that,
right?
Her son did it,
right?
And I was thinking, okay, what's going on here, right?
Right.
So then I'm listening. Then I just heard your commentary, right? And I'm starting to really wrap my head around it. But I always knew before you made your commentary that yes, she was definitely in it for the money,
right?
And the other content creator also mentioned Shira 7, who basically tells women how to be gold diggers. And from looking at ISIS's situation, I said to her, content creators like her and Shira 7 can put their listeners in a very dangerous situation.
Right.
Because they're putting it in a very dangerous situation because now they're telling women, okay, just go for the bag. But they seem to not talk much about the red flags or what danger is lurking. If you're a woman, right, looking for the bag, you have a tendency not to, pay attention to the red flags or even the background of that fella. And once you're married, or once
my thing is, she said that he SA'd her in the beginning of the marriage.
Oh yeah.
So my question is, if you knew enough about it to say it was SA, why didn't you leave before you had the children?
She wanted that bag.
She wanted that bag. So she was willing to put up with some things. She was willing to put up with some things to get that money. But how do we know? How do we know? Wait a minute. You know what? Why didn't he SA the boys?
Oh, that's a good question.
It just occurred to me.
I don't know.
Why would when you do that, when you're a predator, if you're like that and you're a predator, I'm not saying that you don't differentiate, but I'm saying, why didn't you do something to those children? Physically abuse or what? I don't know, but I'm just saying that was weird when I heard that. Why would you do that but not that? You know what I'm saying? Just it's many questions. I'm leaning towards you not as innocent as you say you are, and there's a problem with you. Off the top, I know there's a problem with you, because most people are not going to go over there and be marrying people for money and be obvious with it and bring it on the internet and say, I married this man for money. There's something wrong with you. Okay, so we gonna put that out there. There's something wrong with her from jump, right? And let me get your final word, because we got another call coming in, sir.
Yeah. Let me say this: whoever did the SAing, whether it's the husband or that son, I mean, that's just weird,
right?
You know, these people are weirdos. And you know, she, being the trophy wife, or a wife in general, I mean, I wonder, did she actually express to that husband, or
wait a minute, that niece said that she has an abuse charge on her.
What?
That's what the niece said. She got an abuse charge on her.
Oh, okay. Wild, right? Now the plot is thickened.
And that's why I said, I can't take your word for everything, young lady, if you have a charge on you.
Right.
So thank you very much for calling. We have another caller. We have other people calling in. Thank you for taking the time to give me a call. Please.
Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah, I forgot about that. She has a charge on her. How she got a charge on her, y'all? The niece said, that's my whole point. What's the point of the niece coming out and saying, don't believe everything she's saying, y'all. Don't believe everything she's saying. She didn't say nothing about the husband. This ISIS person said, the ISIS person never said nothing about him divorcing her. The niece said that ISIS is charged with SAing against her, against her sons. That's what the niece said. There's a charge of SA against her. But I ain't no investigative person, so I didn't look. That's the one thing I didn't have a chance to look up. I wasn't looking that up. It was so many red flags in this. Okay. So I was like, oh, okay, no, that we can't even have that. You got some goofy shit. She just got too much goofy shit going on for us to believe her. So I'm saying, somebody show us something different. Show us something different, because we don't know. And she scrubbed her page. So don't nobody really know. You had no business coming on here telling us about your kids. That's it. That's all. Don't not believe her because she's a gold digger. Don't not believe her because she's a gold digger. I don't care whether she's a gold digger. That's not the point. The point is you have other things going on. You got your kids on the internet. You talking something that should never even have gotten this far without a police report, without him being arrested. You shouldn't need no GoFundMe money. You shouldn't need nobody to help you with nothing. You're the person that knew enough to go over there and be a gold digger's wife. You should have known enough to go over there and have your money and ducks in a row. So that's my whole thing for her. We got another caller.
From
Stephen James.
to accept, press 1. To send a voicemail, press.
We have Stephen calling. Stephen, how you doing?
Hey, little mama, what's going on? What's happening?
How you doing, sir? What do you have on this crazy subject?
Okay, about the woman and the kids.
Mm-hmm.
My initial question is that why would so many people just right off the bat believe her? That number one, that any of this even happened, and about the kids yelling in the background.
Mm-hmm.
Even if that part is true,
right,
then that could be a charge of child neglect.
Right.
You know, you knowingly allowing something to happen. She's just with her daddy. Nah, this is 2024, homie. Right. Nah, this don't fly. Right. So, and the other part is we have seen the extent people will go, especially women will go, right, on the internet to get attention.
Right.
Case in point, the young black lady who said that she was kidnapped out of her car down in like the South someplace or whatever, and they found out that she wasn't kidnapped. She just walked out of her car and walked into the woods or whatever, and they did like a manhunt for her and everything else. And come to find out that, yeah, she made it all up. And mental disease is something to be thought about with a lot of people. But I'm curious as to why people just automatically think, oh, well, yeah, I believe her. Right. Well, that type of thinking, is it possible? Yeah, but use your common sense.
Right.
If that was your child, what would you do?
Right.
And you thought your child was in any kind of physical danger from anybody.
Right. Right.
If that was your mama, what would you had wanted her to do for you if you were the child? Stop it.
Right.
This don't make no sense.
Right.
Now, as for her, as for her marrying for money, okay, that's nothing new.
That's nothing new.
People have been doing that since the dawn of time. Okay.
Right.
But I think somebody in the chat might have said it, or you might have said it. If he sexually assaulted her or did anything to her in the very beginning, why would you have not one, not two, not three kids with this same person?
Right.
Now, if this was, Nug, the sanitation worker,
right,
which she had been there in the first place, that's number one. Right. And number two, if the same scenario happened to him, would she have called the authorities on him and not this person with money? So either way you slice it, to me, your character's in question. The facts are in question.
Right.
And anybody who says, without a shadow of a doubt in like their voice inflection, I believe her.
But then again, listen to this.
Go ahead. Let's do it.
Somebody said in the audience, somebody said in the chat, who said this guy was really a high value man? She's the only one who told us he was high value. We didn't from her from her video, we don't know what the hell going on. She sits in a chair. She sits on a couch. She sits on the floor. We don't know whether that man is high value or not. Had that man got on set? Has that man been on her camera saying anything? She dresses like she's going to a cocktail party every time she sits into. We don't know what that man, what, when, and how of that man. We can't tell. He's a regular. He could be a regular person. She could have been lying. We don't know, just to get her money going. And then he wasn't worth her. She didn't have no money when she left, so he probably really didn't have no money. See, we don't even know. She could have been making this whole shit up, just like Shira 7. Shira 7 could have been making her shit up, just because. Look. Just because the man makes over 100,000 don't mean he's a high value man. When I think of high value man, I think of a man making 200, 300, 400,000. That I got enough money. He got enough money. I can sit back and lounge.
Right.
Back and I don't need no YouTube channel. I just sit back and laugh at you goofy motherfuckers. I ain't doing no YouTube shit trying to make no check. You feel what I'm saying? Why you over here doing that?
But see, you grown and you got a brain. And look at the era that some of these women grew up in. And the ages of the women that they hang around, that's all they got.
Right. Is
social media. They're not like the generation before them that didn't grow up with social media like me.
Right.
That's why I don't have any social media. You want me, you call me or send me an email. My information is out there, period, end of story. I don't care nothing about likes because I'm grown. I'm busy living my life, not worrying about what somebody else is trying to tell me how they're living their life.
Right.
That don't mean nothing to me.
Right.
But I see what you're saying about the high value thing, and that could be a topic for another show.
But I'm saying most people think high value means money. So I'm playing into that stereotype, even though I know high value takes more than money. It's 5 or 6 markers that make you high value. But just for the expeditious purposes, I'm saying 250, 300, just for people to understand what I'm saying. Because I don't believe you're a high value man just because you make 250,000. You could be a high value degenerate. Look at how many Hollywood. Look at P. Diddy.
Right. Billionaire.
You think because P. Diddy got money that he's high value? No, it's other markers. Kevin Samuel said it. There's other markers that make you a high value man, and not just the money. You can have all the money in the world and still be a degenerate. So I'm just saying for expeditious purpose, I'm saying that. But I don't believe that high value moniker unless you show me that you have integrity, a purpose, trustful human being, and all these other things besides having money, right? So she could have said all that she wanted to. She could have said, my husband is high value. No, your husband just got money. If he's SAing the kids, he just had money. And that's all you went for was the money. And that's why we're saying you're not a credible person. Don't come on here talking about you know how to get a man with integrity. Don't come on here talking about you know how to get a high value man. And that's all you went for was the money because he was a degenerate if he SA'd the children. And he was more than SAing the children because he assaulted you in the beginning before the kids. You see what I'm saying?
So then the question becomes, then how much is she worth? Because if he had the money to be able to do all this to her and she did nothing about it, that means she's
allegedly. Let's say allegedly. Right.
Allegedly.
Right.
But those dollars is real.
Right.
How much is she worth? How much is her life worth? How much is her kid's life worth?
Right.
For her to withstand all of that.
And
that speaks to her character.
Right. And you stayed even after you said he SA'd you. You stayed with a person that abused you, according to you, allegedly, right? According to you, you stayed even after he did what he did to you. Why didn't you have the forethought to say, if he gonna do this to me, maybe he would do this to my 2 boys that ain't his?
It's a mess.
You see what I'm saying?
It's a mess.
But thank you, Stephen. Thank you for calling in. Somebody else want to call in, but thank you for calling in.
Yeah, you guys have a good night. I'm heading out.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Stop calling me sir.
Stephen. Yes. She don't have no discernment, and she never did. So getting back to our high value sir. No, I never said I was high value. I never said that. I never said nothing like that. Ain't that what he said on all his lives since that day? But he was the one who implied that he was high value. And you know how I know he's not high value? It's because you came on here with some shiesty shit. And then you tried to gaslight everybody like we didn't see what the hell you said and what the hell you did. She don't know whether he could have been essaying her kids or tried to. If he did that to her, what would make her kids off limits? His kids wasn't apparently off limits. His kids weren't off limits from the SA. So why were her kids, her 2 boys, off limits? She wasn't off limits. She said he SA'd her. But the only ones that didn't get SA was the 2 boys. That wasn't his. Who he had the least connection to were the 2 that he didn't SA. But everybody that was related to you, the wife and the 2 kids that you had by this woman, them the ones that you SA. What's not true, Black America? What's not true? Because that's the way it's stated. That's what she stated. If it was we don't know. That's what the niece said. That's why we can't. That's why we don't know who to believe. We don't know who to believe. Because the niece came on here and she was very credible. She was credible because I understand she came on to protect her uncle. I get all of that. But she came with some facts that we didn't know, that ISIS didn't tell us was going on. She didn't tell us that he was divorcing her. She didn't tell us that he messed her, he left her. She conveniently left out a couple things. We got Black America in the house. Black America, where's that picture at? Where you at?
Be on camera.
Oh, you don't want to be on camera?
I mean, it is what it is. It's all good. Oh, you just don't put me all full frontal. Huh? All right. So
what?
So the girl, right? Mm-hmm. Just looking at the history of women and what's going on, mm-hmm. More than likely she came with some of those kids, right? We don't know if those was his children. That's the main thing. We know that he married a beautiful young lady. We can all say that she's beautiful.
Yes, she
right?
is. Yes.
But she came with those kids.
Right.
Because when you refer to, if me and you have kids, you're not going to say your kids. You're going to say our kids.
Our kids. That's correct.
That is not how she described it. He did something to my kids. Right. So we don't know how long they were married. The only context that we have is that she had a 6-month-old with him. Right. So it's no guarantee.
He has the camera down because he's driving?
Though, what?
Are they saying you have the camera down because you're driving?
Can you hear me?
Is that a law? Is that a law or something?
I don't give a I'm in the middle of nowhere. I don't give a damn. No. So, and then with you mentioned the Fugazi guy, right? And I've been hearing you kind of ride him.
Oh, it's a YouTube rule.
The problem.
It's a YouTube rule that you got to call in. You can't call in.
I'm gonna call it. I'll calm down. How about I calm down?
Okay.
Can I calm down? Or you?
Yeah, because I don't understand.
That ain't no YouTube rule.
I don't know. Camera down. They say you got a camera down. Turn your camera off. They say turn your camera off.
All right.
Okay.
All right. So with the Fugazi guy, where you're wrong in this fact with him is he is absolutely a high value man, right? Because I understand what Kevin Samuel said, but you were taking this integrity. Men don't care about integrity that we don't mess with, right? We have to look at people such as Malcolm X, Martin Luther King, even the Kennedys. The Kennedys started off as moonshiners. Malcolm X started off as a pimp and a hustler and all of that. Allegedly, Martin Luther King was going around smacking white broads on the butt. So we can't say that they were high value men in the aspect of an actual moral authority, but our character. But as a person, they got monuments made of.
So you don't think you don't think the way he handled this is a problem?
So it's not that I don't think it. I don't care because for one, I like watching his clips just like I like watching everybody else clips, right?
Okay.
I don't know the man. I don't follow him. I'm not subscribed to him. I don't care what he does.
Right.
Unless he does something bad or egregious or against morals or ethics, what he's saying is don't date a baby mama. And when a man is dating a baby mama, he can absolutely say, don't date a baby mama because I have done that. I can say don't sell drugs and go to prison because I have absolutely done those things. You see what I mean?
Yeah, I understand. I completely understand. He did nothing wrong except he didn't say that. He didn't say I am with a baby mama before he started bashing all the baby mamas. If he would have said a disclaimer,
why does he have to say?
Because
why does he have to say?
By omission, by his not saying anything, he's saying I'm not doing it. But in reality, he's doing it.
And I'm okay. So that's woman's logic. I'm going to tell you, if you're getting good advice from a man, it is because of that man's experience. As a man, we go through a lot of life experiences. So I don't care what you've done. Give me the heads up on what it's like. Hey, don't date a baby mama. I don't need to give you context to say that I've done it.
But that's not his experience. But that's not his experience. What he's telling you is not absolutely. No, what he's not telling you his experience. He's telling you an experience that he hasn't experienced. He's telling you a story. He's not telling you the truth, because the truth is he has a wonderful relationship with his single baby mama. So he's not telling you the truth.
So are you ready to listen now?
Okay, I'm ready to
Please
listen.
give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. He is dating a baby's mama, right? And you saying he's having a wonderful experience with her. In retrospect, because we don't know, right? He could be having a horrible time with her. That's probably why he never married her. She could be the absolute one of the worst. She could be like not all, the majority of baby mama. She could be a horrible person. And he's saying, hey, yes, I get money with this lady. We cut a lot of paper. Guys, don't put yourself through this headache. It is an absolute nightmare. So he is having an experience that he can actually put breath to and life in. It just because he didn't say, I'm dating a baby mama, don't you do it. That, like I said, that's the way that women look at it. Men, we don't look at it like that. We look at it as far as
all in the correct. He's in the right. You say he's in the right.
I didn't. Once again, I said I don't care. But what I'm saying is, as far as dating a baby mother, yeah, you're not going to be the first priority with that woman. Yes, you're going to have to be buying extra McDonald's and kiddies meals. Yes, you're going to have to buy extra shoes. Your resources are never going to come back to you. All of these things that you put out as a man towards a woman with a kid, because as a man, we have to accept those kids, right? I mean, we've all, the men that have done it, we have done it. And you don't get anything in return. You know what I mean? You don't get, they go to the Super Bowl. They say, I like to thank my mom. Once again, Shaq is the only man in history I've ever heard, I like to thank my stepfather. I've never heard anybody ever besides Shaq say, my stepfather was a good ass dude. It is daunting, unnecessary. Well, not necessary. It's definitely necessary. But being a stepdad is a hard job.
Yes.
So, and taking care of someone else's kids, I'd liken it to, I'm an asshole, right? And I have a lot of kids. Do you think that when your husband married you, you had a couple of kids? Do you think that what would happen with me and your husband all the time about my damn kids?
You would go back and forth. You would go back and forth with who would be in control.
Exactly. It'll be two bulls in the front of your house fighting all the time. And men don't let stuff go. Niggas is still beefing with people they got in fights with 20 years ago in high school. For me, it'll be 30 or 40 years ago. I don't know how long ago, but it'll be a long damn time ago. Men are still beefing with other men. We don't let stuff go. You punch me, I'ma stab you. I stab you, you gonna shoot at me. I'm gonna burn your house down. It's going to keep on escalating.
So my question is
this.
Why didn't Fugazi, why didn't he reveal all of that? Why didn't he reveal the true story? He said he wasn't hiding it, but he wasn't forthright or forthcoming with it. Full disclosure, people wouldn't be thinking
because it's nobody's business. It's nobody's business.
But it's directly related to what he's preaching people not to do.
Because he's living it. You know what? Once again, I got a lot of kids. I always told my kids not to be in the street, not to sell drugs. I'm gang banging, born in a gang culture in LA, born into it.
Right.
Drug dealing. Since I was old enough for my brothers to send me to school with marijuana. Okay. And then it moved to all of the other things. Right.
Right.
So, but I always instructed my kids, do not do this. It can sound as hypocritical as you want, but I never lost any of my kids to drugs. I never lost any of my kids to the street. I never no teenage pregnancies. They all went to college or the military and graduated school. Right. So even though I was doing those things, and that's how they could have a BMW when they graduated high school, I instructed them, do not do this. Do not do what I do. Right. So it is the same. It's the same thing. It's not your business. I understand
but he's selling
he's
selling a product. He's selling a product. He's selling the product of being a high value man who is not with a single mother. He's selling that product. That means
that's not what he's selling, because he never said that he wasn't with a single mom.
He never said he was.
Because that information is null and void. That information does not matter.
But it does matter. That's why it
to
does
who?
matter.
To you?
It matters in the general sense that you're deceiving your audience. It's just like I'm robbing banks, but I'm telling people that I'm not behind the back.
How is he?
I'm saying
if he had a TikTok page, they say he have a TikTok page with this white woman.
Yeah.
How is he deceiving people? How is he deceiving people if he has an actual TikTok page with this white woman? How?
Because that is a whole nother genre, and people usually don't cross. People usually go straight to their TikTok, straight to YouTube, and they never cross. I don't know nothing about TikTok. I don't know nothing about Instagram. I don't know nothing about Facebook.
Absolutely.
All I know is stuff about YouTube. So I'm saying he got millions of followers over there. Why didn't nobody come over here and say, hey, that's the dude over here talking about not marrying single mamas, but he with a single mama? Why didn't nobody do it before? Because they don't cross. And he knew they didn't cross.
Right. No, it's because it's not important. It's not important until somebody makes it an issue.
And he's saying there was no value in single women, but yet he's got a woman who he's saying was a single mama has value. He omitted the information.
No. That's not so. So let me explain.
He said that when single women didn't have baby mamas were this.
Their value was less.
Yes. So how are you going to be married to a single mama and tell people her value is less, but really, according to you, her value is more? But you're living life like her value is more, but you're telling other men, don't do what I did. My woman got value. She's single baby mama, but she got value, but your baby mama ain't got no value. You marry a baby mama, single baby mama, your woman ain't got no value, but my woman do. No, that's hypocritical. Yes, it is.
So exactly. It's hypocritical, just like me telling my kids not to sell drugs. You see what I mean?
Yeah, but did you hide it from them? Did you hide it from them?
Yes, my kids never seen me take a drink, smoke a cigarette, beat anybody. My kids never seen me do. Yeah, I'm keeping it away from my children. Yes.
And did they ask you about it? Were you preaching on it?
Was I preaching on what?
Were you making money on telling
yes. No. I wasn't making money.
He's making money on this whole premise.
On his lived experience. He's making money on his lived experience.
But he's not.
This is the whole thing about it.
That's not his lived experience. He's not living an experience with a single baby mama like that. He said she's above.
This is what I want to tell you.
Above reproach. That's what he said. She's above average. That's what he said.
Do you know why she's above average?
Why? He said she was
Hello?
above. Yes, we can hear you. We can hear you.
Yeah.
Are you there?
Because she has 2 million followers on TikTok. Yes, I don't give a damn. I've never touched a white woman in my life, but she.
Yeah, but how does that make her valuable? If he doesn't say to the audience, he doesn't say she has more value if she has TikTok or she got 1 million followers. He doesn't say that to this Fugazi people. He says she's a single baby mama. She don't have no value. But he's now trying to say,
Right.
oh, she
HQ.
gave me 2 million
A woman brings the value that man wants. HQ, if you can cook, you're valuable to me. HQ, if you don't have sex with me, you bring no value to me. Zero.
So he's
if
lying when he says
work,
a single. So he's lying when he says a single woman, a single baby mama can't bring value.
Yeah,
that's what he's saying.
I don't believe it. I don't. But no. The thing about it is, a single baby mother will absolutely detract from a man. It's not that they don't have any value, but you have to, as a man, now put out more to something that you will absolutely have no control of. On top of that, you will always come second in that woman's life. If I told you, hey, HQ, I'm having a party, come fly out to Vegas. If you don't have any kids, you can get on the plane and come to Vegas. Now, if you got 4 or 5 kids running around and you say, well, I got to do this with the kids and that doesn't bring me that don't bring me any joy. You see what I mean? It detracts from what I want to do. When I wake up in the morning, I like to drive down to California and go to the beach. If you got a bunch of kids that aren't even mine, and I have to now worry about what you're going to do with these kids, and I'm going to try and go to the beach house or up in the mountains to the cabin to get it on, and you can't do it because of these kids, we're having a problem. You see what I mean?
Yeah, I see what you mean, but he still says certain. I'm taking him at his word. I'm taking him for what he said. Single mothers don't have value. But he's saying
their value is less.
But he's saying
their value is less.
But the woman he got, that's not true for the woman he has.
Well, that's not true for her because she brings money, right? And if you got 2 million followers on TikTok, she's bringing a lot of lifestyle for him, right?
So that's what I said to you. That's what I said to you. I said, if she brings something to the table, even if she has 2 kids, she has value.
Yes, it has to be something of value. It has to be something of value. Okay. Most single mothers don't. Most single mothers detract from what you're doing. They don't add on to what you're doing.
So you're saying he has the exception.
Yes, he had. It's always an exception to the rule. It's Spud Webb.
But see,
Spud Webb was 5'5", 5'6", 5'7", and he could dunk, and he made it to the NBA.
Right.
He was the exception to the rule.
But why is he the exception?
It was only
when there's other people out here who have done it, like me. Why would
no? What do you mean, like you? Because you got lucky.
So I'm lucky.
You were the exception. You were also the exception. You were also the exception.
But why can't other women be the exception too?
HQ. So we're gonna be honest, right? Can you be honest with me?
Be honest. I know.
Can you be honest with me?
Go ahead on.
Okay.
Say
HQ. Are most women as smart as you, HQ?
I wouldn't know.
No. Hell no. Answer the question. Are most women
We're
as
gonna say
smart
no.
as you? So that's strike one for the other women. You're a tall drink of water, and I bet in your younger days you was a fine tenderoni. Are most of these women low out HQ, meaning overweight and
Okay.
obese?
Okay.
Okay, what?
No, I'm agreeing with
what?
you. I'm agreeing with you.
Okay, so now that's two. That's two things. Smart and a better body. HQ, you can cook.
Right.
HQ, on here you have a different persona, but I've dealt with a bunch of women my whole life. I can tell that you are a sweet, kind, caring, and patient individual. HQ, we are most black women like you, HQ. Let's just get down to the nuts and bolts of it. Are most
we're
black
talking
women
about black women
like
though.
you?
So are we? So he meant black women. You mean black women?
Right one. You don't got no black lady.
Oh, you cutting in and out. We didn't hear you. I'm sorry.
I am. I say you see, he has a white woman. He don't have a black woman.
Right. So are you saying?
So
are you saying that it's more of a white woman would be the exception?
HQ, black men. So can you hear me?
Yeah, you're going in and out.
Oh, no, I had put it on mute. So black men all the time that date white women speak of how nice they are. Right. Like I said, I've never had the pleasure of touching them. Right. Never even held a white woman's hand. Right. But they always speak of how nice these white women are. How you can meet them and they're going to give you a blowjob on the first date. How they're going to do all of the things that you want done as a man. So
yeah, but we've already established that he meant the white woman as being. Do you understand how problematic that sounds? That he's saying
that white women are nicer than black women.
Yes.
That how is that problematic? I mean, it's a large. You have things like the passport bros going on now because our black women are too mean. You had a show the other day about women being bitchy.
Yeah. Right.
Bitchy females. Like who wants to deal with that? So now I got to deal with you bitching. I got to deal with you not cooking, not cleaning, not sucking, not fucking, and on top of that, the bitching. And then I have to take care of one, maybe two, maybe three children that aren't even mine because you guys are a package deal. I got to take you on. You see, all of these things start building, and they're not as smart as you, right? And they can't get a good job like you had, and they can't bring any HQ. We go into Walmart, we see all of these women working at the Walmart and these bullshit $12 an hour call center jobs. We know what our black women are doing.
Right.
You know, so I'm going to tell you a story. I pulled up to a 7-Eleven and I had my work clothes on. And so I said, hello, ladies. It was a couple of girls in the store. They say, ooh, Dusty. Right. So the girl behind the counter started laughing. Right.
Right.
And so when I go outside, they sitting. One of them is like taking a picture by my motorcycle. And I was like, excuse me, oh, this your bike? Woo, 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 this, that, and the other. Yeah, bitch, I was Dusty 45 seconds ago. You know what I mean? Women don't know unless you are a nurse, unless you are a firefighter, unless you are a lawyer.
Right.
What other position that women hold? What's another position for high earning women? HQ.
Lawyer, doctor, politician.
Okay, most women aren't lawyer. 3% of women are lawyers. Like I said, lawyer, doctor, politician,
advocates, actresses.
Okay,
singers.
Okay, but we're talking about the average woman, though. Right. We're talking about the average everyday. Right. Yeah, the average everyday woman. You are not making the same amount of money as a man. You're not making what a truck driver makes. You're damn sure not make truck drivers, plumbers, electricians, all of us guys, pipe fitters, welders, all of us guys, we make as much as fucking doctors and lawyers, firemen.
Yeah, I know that because my husband did. My husband was on that same tier. Plumber, garbage man.
Right, garbage men. All of my homeboys out here are garbage men, and all of their houses are fat.
Right,
half an acre with the pool and all of that.
My husband had all those professions. He had all those jobs. He was a garbage man. He was a correction officer. He was a truck driver. He was all of those things. I know they make money.
Right. So what I'm saying is, when women like you look at that man and you actually see value, you can say, hey, I can actually get on this man's program. When those other women are women of, I'm going to say younger women, right? Because we're Gen X.
Right.
When those younger women look at us and those same men in those fields, they look at them men as bums.
Right.
A Harley tire is anywhere from $200 to $500 for a Harley tire.
Right.
You know what I mean? Having bikes is not cheap. So they don't know where the money jobs are. So they look at these men, and as you know, you made that comment to me when we was having that little back and forth about these men and not getting the respect that they want or deserve or need. Right. It's because the women do not respect those things. Like I told that other young man, I never got called short while I was in the street gang banging and selling dope because I had a huge name and a huge following. As soon as I, came home, from prison and all of that stuff, then I'm, the hood OG and the hood superstar. But women look at me like, oh, you're not doing the same thing. You short. You know what I mean? Well, yeah, you got money and stuff like that, but you're not the same person.
Right.
So that it's the status for these women and these young men. Just like I was trying to explain to that other young man, it is not obtainable if it is not in you. You have to build those things up inside yourself. These men, you can fight all you want to. These jobs have to be done, and they're good jobs. It's just our women, not you, but our women, for the most part, don't see value in it.
Right.
And that's where the problem lies.
So here's the thing with these two characters that we had, these two characters that are on the scene now, Fugazi. He can make his money. He can do all of the things that you and I disagree. I disagree. He should have revealed what he needed to reveal. The young lady had no business going after a man and marrying him for money because you didn't know him. You did not. You say you knew him, but you didn't. Okay, but
I don't believe her at all, though. I believe she lying just like the brick girl. I believe she's lying just like the young lady that says she got kidnapped. Everything is going to come out in the wash.
Right.
And
she scrubbed her page. She scrubbed her page. Her whole page is scrubbed. Ain't none of them videos on there no more except one. And that's the 2 million.
I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna tell you something, HQ. Somebody do something to kids. Where they going, HQ?
Hell in a handbasket.
To hell in the handbasket. You touching on some kids.
Right.
Now, these days, if you're touching on kids, you are going to jail. You're going to prison. You're going somewhere. Right. If you're touching on kids now.
Right.
You come on and make a video about it. You didn't come on and say that the nigga was in jail.
Right.
You didn't come on and say right. And if that's his wife and he's in jail, she has all the time to go to the banks, get the money. Don't be coming in here sad mouthing.
Mm-hmm.
You have a YouTube page. I don't know how many followers she had. You got a YouTube page. You're making money off the AdSense revenue of your YouTube page. Don't be coming on here sad mouthing like you're broke. It is another scam. GoFundMe. Me and my kids need a place to eat. We need the place to go. This, that, and the other. It's another scam. It's going to come out in the wash
because you get a YouTube. She get a YouTube check, right? She got 2 million views on that YouTube thing, on that video.
Oh my God.
Don't you think that's like a $30,000-$40,000 check right there?
Well, I don't think it. I don't know how much it is, but the whole thing about it is, but it is enough to get you going in the right direction.
My point.
You see what I mean? And once again, she is a wife, which means it's like what you said.
She got access,
and I got just like you said about when your husband passed, and you went to the bank and tried to start grabbing that money out.
Right.
She could have did the same damn thing, but she didn't.
That's right.
And she didn't do it because she wasn't scared. She didn't do it because she didn't know where the damn bank was, or she didn't have a car or anything like that. Because if he had any amount of money or anything, she's just a daggone bull crapper, and she's trying to pull on the heartstrings of women and
people sending her money.
Stupid individuals.
Oh, just crazy.
Exactly. How much money did she make? It was
the last time
grab.
I saw it was like $8,000 she was raising on that GoFundMe. That's the last thing I saw. $8,000. $7,500. I think.
2 or 3 days. $7,500.
Right. And
you see what I mean?
On this YouTube, she made some money. 2 million views, bro. People keep looking at it over and over and over again. 2 million views. That's got to be 20,000, 30,000 easy.
Can I get off topic on you, HQ? Can we have another little back and forth?
Go ahead.
So I think I have a bone to pick with you, and I don't know if you're going to like this. Are you familiar with the PERS system? Because you did say that your husband was in the truck driver and he was a correction officer. How long was he a correction officer, HQ?
I want to say
that's what
I met him and he was a correction officer. So he was a correction officer about 4 years. So about, I want to say 17 years he was a correction officer.
Okay. So this is the problem I have with you. And I feel like you do it, and you don't do it intentionally, but you still do this. You say, when I met my husband, I was making more than my husband.
Right.
That's fine and dandy.
No.
That could be true.
Maybe I misspoke. When I met my husband, I had potential to make more money than him. I was making
so now that's completely different.
No.
That's completely different.
Yeah,
from
if
what
I
you
misspoke,
said.
I probably misspoke.
Okay, you definitely did because I've heard you say that several times.
Okay.
And so when you say that, it brings the connotation. It was like when you was on Health Show and I said that super chat and I said, you're still living off of your husband's money.
Right.
It's because I know, and you know, if he was a correction officer for 17 years, you're getting pension or retirement money.
Right. No.
See,
I can't do that because I'm too young. I can't do that because I'm too young.
I know at 62, that money's going to start coming in.
Yeah, but I got about 7 years to go, bro. What do you mean?
It doesn't matter. That's the pension money.
I wouldn't worry about that. I wouldn't worry about that money anyway. I'm trying to do something where I don't have to worry about that.
As smart as you are, he had life insurance on him.
Right.
Like I said, you're not an idiot. You're not like most of these women. So when you say things, try and big up more that regular man.
I normally say that to people. I tell them straight up.
No, you don't. I've never heard you in these spaces. No, I have never heard you in these spaces say that, ladies, if you don't want to be eating cat food when you old, get married, because we die before you guys.
Okay.
And the things that we do, we provide for you. My dad died years back, right, and my mama done been all over the freaking world now. Right. You know what I mean? Because my dad is gone. Right. She had to put up with an asshole for years, 30, 40 years, 43 years, something like that. Right? She had to put up with my old man, never worked, all of these things. And now she gets to live out the rest of her life, house paid for, all of this stuff, and never and has a steady check coming in every month.
So
this is what
since I never said that's something I thought maybe I had said that at some particular point.
No, you didn't.
Something similar.
Never.
I was married.
Never.
I was married. So let me say it. I was married to a regular, ordinary person that barely made it out of high school, but he was old enough to understand that he wanted a wife, that he wanted to provide a decent lifestyle for someone. I, being a college graduate with more than 2 degrees, said to him, you're the person that I want to live this life with, regardless of the opposite directions that we came from. You know, the opposite direction. He didn't want to open a book. He didn't want to have any of that. I still found value in that regular Joe Blow, who was a correction officer, who was a garbage man, who was a truck driver, all of those things. Don't ever let me say I speak down on these men. I love men.
Okay, so this is what I want you to get for the regular women and the young women, not right here, because it's not no young women probably when you go over to Hemp or you go over to Fatty and places like that. For the regular young women, get to the fucking money part of it. Let them know, right, that when we pass away, so you're telling me you don't even get a social security check?
No, I was too young when he died. I was too young. I was 51. You can't get anything of your spouses until you get a certain age. If you've been married that long time, you can't get anything of theirs. You can't get their retirement. You can't do any of that.
I guess it's different from state to state. Hell, my little brother, he giving his ex-wife of 18 years right now $3,000 a month. So I guess it's just a little bit of
but
difference from state to state.
But then again, I've been making my own money, and I haven't really checked into trying to get money from his side of things. I haven't checked for that because I just wasn't. So I don't need to go over there and get his money and extract those resources. So I make my own money.
Exactly. So you don't need it right now.
Right.
And that's what I'm saying. So right. So when it all comes down to it, and the nuts and bolts of it is, these young women need to know that more than likely us guys that do these jobs, we're gonna die before you. And we are happy to die before you. We feel it is our duty, our honor, and our privilege to live, work, and then when we die, you reap the benefits. As long as you were doing the things that we needed and required as a woman. If I like eggs on Sunday, make me daggone eggs on Sunday. You know what I mean? So as long as you're doing these things, you are totally entitled to those things. Now, the whole thing about it is you're going to keep on living, and that money that you're going to receive after we're gone is what is going to be your benefit from us. You see what I mean? I don't think that is talked about enough. It's not expanded upon enough. And it's really kind of hurtful to, why do I need a man? I can do this by myself. HQ, you're 50 years old, just like I'm 50 years old.
Mhm.
I'm going to keep working almost until the day I die.
Right.
If you get up and had to go to work, you would be tired.
Right.
Your body hurt. I mess with women. Y'all,
Right.
after 44, y'all no good. Y'all don't want to work no more. Y'all bodies is hurting. You tired. Y'all bodies is hurting. You're tired. I'm having hot flashes. I keep having to trade you motherfuckers in. I keep trading you in. As soon as you talk about hot flashes and shit like that, bitch, you gotta go. I don't want no mood swings or no nothing like that.
Right.
You're out of here. You
Right.
see what I mean? So
Right.
you guys' bodies break down faster than ours. Our bodies get broken, but we continue because we don't care about the pain. We'll cut a finger off and we'll keep going. We'll break up. I broke my ankle in December and I've never missed a day at work. I drive trucks. You know what I mean? I'm talking about broke it so bad the doctor was like, hey, you need to sit here. I'm like, I'm going to go give me an ankle brace, bro. I'm out. You already charged me $3,000 for this visit. So that's what I'm saying.
So I'm saying, you're saying I was trying to say it the other day when I had that show regarding they're more than their paycheck. I was trying to, it was an ode to the average Joe Blow that it's not a matter of being high value. You can be, you may be even more high value than the person that makes money. It's more than about the money. It's more than just saying I can provide this, and this. You bring other things to the table, which is what I've been trying to say. I'm all for the average Joe Blow. I don't even want to deal with somebody where I got to perform certain things because you have money and I don't. I believe in using my money and your money, and we building what we have to build together. I don't believe in taking nobody. My parents taught me, don't take no gift from no man. Don't take no money from no man. You don't do that. You and him work together and do what you got to do. So if I came across as though I didn't respect average Joe Blow, or I didn't respect it and I didn't want my daughters or women to marry average Joe Blow, oh no, absolutely. I completely encourage you to find that hardworking man that does that 40 hours a week, because that's the one that's going to stand by you. That's the one that's going to take care of you. That's the one that's going to be the daddy to your children. That's the one right there. Oh, absolutely. I don't want to ever say no, that I don't respect him. And with my husband, he had several jobs as he went on, we kept in our marriage. I made just as much as he made here and there. But when he got sick, I made more than him, way more than him. And I provided for the family because I supported him the last 4 or 5 years that he was alive, because he got sick. And then he was sick about 4 or 5 years, not sick, but you could look at him and couldn't tell that he was sick. It was just something inside that made him sick. He couldn't get excited. He couldn't do this, that, and the third. So I supported us until he died. But he still insisted. He still insisted on paying the rent, paying the mortgage. He still, even though he got Social Security, he still insisted on paying that. Even though that was the bulk of his Social Security, he still insisted on it because he wanted to be a man in this relationship. And I admired him for that. Even though I said, baby, hey, I got all this. He was like, no, it ain't. He said, just leave me alone. I'm gonna pay the mortgage. Don't worry about it. I got it. So don't ever think I'm putting a man down because he doesn't make high value money. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. I respect those men.
No. Yeah, no, I never said you put a man down for it. My thing is highlighting it though. Right. It's like, just like you said, his Social Security, and that's why I said you don't get his Social Security check either. Like you don't receive any monthly stipend.
But I haven't checked into it because once they told me when I was 50 and he died,
what you're doing is what you're doing is you're leaving money on the table. You need to, and I know it's been 3 years. It's probably 3 years worth of checks piled up somewhere for you. Don't let them white people keep your money. Go find your daggone money. Anytime that happens and you are married, Social Security automatic. It's just like my wife's sister had died, right? So we got her kids, and her kids didn't receive Social Security from their mothers passing away.
Oh wow!
So it's the same thing. Yeah, it's the same thing with a spouse. You know, it's the same thing with a spouse. When you have a spouse and they come to an untimely or a timely passing,
right?
You actually get their Social Security. So that's something you probably need to kind of find out about. But
I'll check it out. But I gotta go though.
Yeah,
I gotta go. Not
go ahead.
I gotta go. But it's just
go ahead. Do your thing. I know you got grandkids and all that shit. So go ahead, do your thing. Get another caller. Yeah,
she's
right.
She's bringing them to me, so I'm good to go. But you know, I have grandkids. I have grandkids, of course, but they're young. They're young.
Yeah, I got a lot of them, so I already know. So all right, have a good day.
So thank you.
I'm gonna jump down.
I appreciate it. Bye
bye, baby.
So we heard from our people. The consensus is we have a problem with this young lady. Me and Black America, we have a disagreement with Mr. Fugazi, but I think he should have revealed that. I wish he would have. I mean, he got a platform and he's doing his thing, but you should have revealed that immediately, or revealed it along the way enough where people could have said, yeah, he did say that, right? But now people are calling him out like that. And I hate that. Don't you hate that? And this young lady, we don't know. We don't know, young lady, because you wiped your whole channel clean. We don't know what's going on with you. Something in those videos. If somebody had any timestamps or things like that, maybe you could go back and figure out what was going on with her, but we can't figure it out. Now that the niece came out yesterday, we can't figure it out. She's saying you lying. She's saying you dealing with another man. She's saying he divorcing you. Why are you at? Look, that YouTube channel, that video hit 2.1 million views. She got a bag. She got a bag, y'all, off that one video. That's at least 20, 30 grand. She don't need no GoFundMe. The GoFundMe is the clue. The GoFundMe is the clue, y'all. And I can't help her because she out there wilding. That's why she scrubbed her page, because she on bullshit right now. And now she got a bag, a $20,000, $30,000 bag from YouTube. And I'm out, guys. Love you. We'll see you on Monday.